Hi everybody, my name is Phra Ofer. The title Phra, it's in Thai language and the meaning is monk, Buddhist monk. And I'm teaching here in the Vipassana Meditation Center, Newman Vipassana Meditation Center in Yavniel. The Vipassana is actually development of mindfulness based by 4 foundations of mindfulness. According to the teaching of Ajahn Magal from Wat Jom Tong, Thailand. The basic things from the Vipassana, like I say, it's 4 foundations of mindfulness. And what is the connections between monk, Buddhist monk, and mindfulness or Vipassana? So I want to explain about this connection. And for this, let me tell you some story of the past, story from 2,500 years ago. It's a story about the prince, one prince. He was living in north of India, and he was living 29 years in the palace. Already he get married and he have a little baby born. And when he reached to 29 years old, that time it was one of the first time that he left the palace, and he went around the country and look around, and that he started to see things which he never exposed before. He saw people getting old, people sick, people dying. He started to see what we call suffering, and then he wondered, what is it? Why people suffering so much? What we can do to overcome it. So he decided to leave the palace and to be like what we call scientists, or to search for how to overcome the difficulties or suffering of the life. Like I said, at that time he was 29 years old when he left home, and 6 years he was wandering around. He looks for different teachers. After 6 years of traveling, he could not find any teacher to show him the solution for what he's looking for. So when he was 35 years old, after 6 years of traveling, he decided to look by himself, to search by himself. And one evening he was sitting under the tree, and he tried to start to do some kind of exercise and start to check by himself different kind of technique. And actually next morning he find out what he looks for. He find out what I said about the important to be mindful in the present moment. He find out that if people, they will pay attention how they are talking, how they acting, how they are thinking, they will speak better, they will act better, they will think better, they will be better people for themselves and for other people. And like I said, he was living 2,500 years ago. His name was Siddhartha. Siddhartha, family name Gautama. And his language was ancient Indian language. It's called Pali. So most of the words or the term that we are using, it's in Pali language. And when he was sitting under the tree and he slowly could understand himself, he understood the nature, so they wanted to give him the title of the one that understand, okay? And the word understand in Pali language is Buddha. So the title that he got is not professor, not doctor, it's just got the title of Buddha. And like I said, the main teaching, what he find out is do good, don't make bad, and be mindful to whatever you are doing, to 4 foundations of mindfulness, which is mean to be mindful about your body, when you're walking, sitting, standing, laying down, when you're acting, whatever small actions that you are doing, to be mindful about your feeling, when you're happy, unhappy, when you're neutral, to be mindful about your mind, when you are thinking, judging, analyzing, criticizing, or whatever, planning, and to be mindful about what we call mind object, which is the anger, the worry, the doubt, the lazy, craving, and of course we have 6 sense doors. Hearing, seeing, smelling, tasting, and feeling. So this is the basic things. The Buddha, like I said, when he searched, he found out that we are suffering. And one thing, it was important for him, what is the reason that we are suffering? So he thought, okay, I'm suffering because suppose someone is driving and then he hears that someone is horning, so it's making him anger. So he asked, where is the anger come from? Is it the anger coming from the car or inside me? And then he find out actually the anger is inside them. When you're walking on the street and maybe the dog is barking and you are getting fear, scary, where is the fear? Is in the dog or inside us? So he find out that actually all this suffering coming from inside us. We have inside anger, so sometimes we feel it. We have inside worry, doubt, lazy, or whatever. When we feel them, then we are feeling the suffering. And then he thought, okay, how can I overcome it? If I will be able to clear my mind from these hindrances. Okay, what I discussed. Like I have suppose I have greed inside. If theoretically I will be able to turn it off, to clear it, to clean it. And the meaning of the words of like candles, if I can blow off the candle, turn off the candles. And the meaning of blowing off or turning off, it's nirodha. So it means that if I can make nirodha to my anger, worry, doubt, lazy, all these things, so it means that I will not have any reason to activate suffering inside me. Okay? So the Buddha find out there is any way to do it. And actually what he find out is what we call the basic things of the Vipassana. It's the Eightfold Path. What is the meaning of Eightfold Path? It's the actually do good, don't make bad, and clean your mind with the meditation. If I divide it to 8 pieces, 8 parts, it's right view, right thinking, right speech, right actions, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration, which is the basic things for the Vipassana. The Buddha explained it the first time when he was meeting the 5 friends and they became the 5 enlightened monks, the first students for him. He explained this kind of detail on the what we call turning the wheels of Dhamma. So in this occasion, I also want to invite all of you to come and to get the benefit of the Vipassana, of the teaching of the Buddha here in the Newman Vipassana centers in Yavniel. So most welcome all of you, and I wish for all of you to find the real happiness. Thank you very much.